Hey, what's up guys, Eskazoo here and welcome to episode 21 of Skill into Glory, and we're going to be starting off by going into the first game of the episode, and we do come up against a Serie A side in the 4-1-2-1-2 formation with also a Dutch 5-star skiller on the left hand side, that is Ricardo Krishna, and it was us starting off after 3 minutes with Semedo. I tried to cross it over to Vieto, we managed to pick the ball up there, we go for a fake shot to sort of a slide tackle shot, but unfortunately it went wide. Then in the 5th minute it is Correa on the left hand side, cuts in there with the spin, plays it on through to the 5-star skiller, that is Bolasie, goes with a nice skill combo, but then the volley was really bad. It was on his weak foot as well, but I didn't really expect that it would go wide that far. Then we continue on, 11th minute, it is Correa on the ball once again, plays on through to Vieto, cuts in there with the heel flick turn to beat the defender really nicely, but unfortunately again the shot got blocked off. So we had some big chances already after only a couple minutes from a free kick here as well with Kabai. We couldn't get the goal, but then in the 16th minute his goalkeeper makes a mistake pretty much straight after the free kick. We picked it out with Bolasie and we put it into the top corner. A pretty lucky and also a pretty easy goal, but I decided to take it, especially since we had so many chances already at the start of the game. That 30th minute we got through with Vieto. I don't really know why his goalkeeper decided to come out, but we do put it into the back of the net to extend the lead, make it 2-0. And when my opponent had the kickoff, he decided to press start, and he can see it coming. He decided to rage quit. So after 30 minutes, my opponent had enough. It was fair enough though, because the first couple of minutes, especially in the game, we had so many chances. I couldn't believe it was only 1-0 at the time. But anyway, we jump into the next game. We decided to switch teams though, back to the 4-3-2-1 skill team, the team we recently built in a Skill into Glory. And we go into the next game where we come up against a pretty strong looking Bundesliga team with Lewandowski as a striker. And you all know how good he actually is in real life as well. Scores goals for fun. But you can see right there, after 18 minutes we scored a beautiful free kick there with Wesley Sneijder from I think about 35 yards, or maybe a little bit more. A really nice goal there to get us a lead in this game. Then in the 42nd minute we got the ball with Pato, a beautiful backheel pass to Çalhanoğlu. We managed to get a shot in there at the near post, but a great save from his goalkeeper as well. So we picked up a corner, we crossed it in with Sneijder. Then some weird stuff happened right there with Pato and also his defender. We almost scored 2-0, but unfortunately we couldn't put it into the back of the net. Then we jump to the second half where we got the first big chance there with our centre mid, that is the Brazilian Souza. Unfortunately the ball got cleared off the line, so also in the second half we already start off with a really big chance. Unfortunately though, we couldn't extend the lead. Then we continue on, 59th minute, it is Kelvin on the right hand side with some skill, was cuts in with a fake shot, and we end up picking a penalty. It was a clear penalty in my opinion, even though penalties are really easy to get in FIFA 16 this year. But anyway, we converted as well with Pato. We do make it 2-0 and extend the lead in this game. Then 78th minute, it is once again Kelvin on the ball, this time on the left hand side with some beautiful skill, moves, beats two of his defenders and puts it into the back of the net to make it 3-0 and pretty much make it game over. At least that's what I thought until the 86th minute. Look at that for a goal from my opponent. I couldn't believe what I saw. Just a crazy long shot volley from Vidal, just out of nowhere. My opponent had not really like the biggest chances in the game, but this one completely blew my mind. I didn't expect that one to go in. And as I said, it completely came out of nowhere, and a really nice goal it was as well. Then in the 90th minute we managed to get a volley in as well from quite some distance with Çalhanoğlu. Unfortunately we end up hitting the post, and that is also how the game would end up. So we managed to win the game with 3-1. A pretty fun game to look at though, because we scored a really nice free kick with Wesley Sneijder. My opponent scored a really awesome goal too with Vidal, and in the end we managed to get the 3 points. So I was really happy with the result of this game. Then we continue on into the next game, the final one as well of this episode, and we came up against a Serie A side, a pretty strong looking one as well, a pretty fast looking one as well, especially with the players yet in his team, with the likes of Gervinho, Biabiani, Dybala and all those kind of players. So I knew what kind of the play style my opponent would go for, just run down the wing and just hope for the best really, and that was kind of what he did in this game. And it was really difficult to sometimes defend. You saw it from this clip as well, where he ran down the wing with Biabiani. He almost got a really nice backheel goal as well with Dybala. But anyway, into the second half it went a little bit better. I decided to sub on this guy, Yannick Bolasie, and he actually managed to get the first goal of the game with his like first ball contact really. Like I subbed him on, then we pulled off some skill moves with him and we managed to score a really nice goal, including the Bolasie flick as well. So I was really happy with the lead in this game, and of course that I decided to sub him on too. Then straight after that he managed to get a big chance there with Biabiani. Unfortunately for him, it just went wide the post. Then 75th minute, it is again Bolasie there on the ball with some great skill moves. Tried to go for a weak foot shot, but unfortunately it completely went over the target. Then a few minutes later we got a chance there with Nani, weak foot shot as well, a good save from his goalkeeper. And as I mentioned, after I subbed on Bolasie, it went a lot better for us. We created way more chances than we actually did in the first half. And yeah, I thought we would make the 2-0 with only like a couple minutes. But then in the 83rd minute, my opponent actually makes it 1-1 with Biabiani. A really clumsy goal. You can see it from the replay as well. He managed to get a header in, hits the bar. And two of my defenders, I don't really know what they did, but they lost the header against Biabiani, who managed to make it 1-1. And I got my opponent back into the game. So pretty annoying goal to concede. Then straight from kickoff, again Bolasie time. Unfortunately, we couldn't go through there. Some great defensive work there from my opponent. But then 86th minute, we have the ball though with Nani. Bolasie was completely free, so I decided to pass it off to him. And we put it into the top corner with a weak foot finish. I know you could maybe say it's a little bit sweaty, but I just really wanted to win this game, since I felt my opponent would maybe score like a really late goal, because that was kind of the feeling I had in this game. And in the 90th minute, he was really close with a free kick from Gary. Hits the crossbar, and from the rebound to this Kedira actually ends up hitting the post. And also from a corner, he actually got the header in there, and we do clear it off the line. So I was kind of right when I thought like that my opponent would still get more chances, even though the game was almost finished. You can see it from the final stats as well. They were so even. My opponent had a little bit more shots in total, but when you look at the overall chances, they are almost completely even. So yeah, the game could have gone either way. Luckily enough, we did end up winning it though, and we walk away with another 3 points. But anyway guys, that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then make sure to leave a like, would be very much appreciated. And if you can hit 3,000 likes, that would be absolutely awesome. So I have to thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.